Hello, my name is Neeraj Sharma. I work in the Visual Display Division of Samsung Electronics. It's no secret our daily lives changed a lot due to pandemic. Our living rooms became our offices and we got used to staying home and avoiding crowds. While the pandemic is still with us, we are starting to see signs of a return to normalcy. To help us get back to business safely, I am here to tell you about some innovative signage solutions that you can easily implement with Tizen APIs for business. Let's get started. Today, we'll cover 3 topics: crowd management, voice ordering, and voice announcement. Let's begin with crowd management. Crowd management or access control has been one of the most in-demand and useful solutions in recent months. Remarkably, Tizen APIs for business make it possible to implement such a solution without a PC. You can develop a cost-effective and easy-to-configure crowd management solution just by using the computing power of Tizen screen along with a system on a chip or SoC camera. It's easy to manage population density within enclosed areas using this innovative solution. To illustrate, we conducted an experiment with one of the best-selling SoC surveillance cameras, which offers a rich set of open APIs to communicate. The web app, in turn, uses these APIs to get movement data from SoC camera. In the camera's UI settings, the user admin can control fields to define surfaces which count a new entry or departure. You can easily implement this web app with a basic knowledge of HTML5 and Node.js. Using Node.js functionality, Tizen APIs for business receive raw data from camera, convert it to JSON format, and pass it to the web app in specific time intervals. The very first and basic step is to turn on the people counting feature in the camera's UI settings and save it. Then you need to designate an area and draw the rule in UI. For example, if a person crosses specified line, it will be counted as inward or outward movement. Let's take a deep dive on the implementation side and discuss some details. First of all, the node libraries which are required for this task include HTTP built-in node module, convert data, as the name suggests, to convert the camera's data to JSON, and node digest auth module, which is a third-party module that takes care of authorization. The next step is to create an HTTP server specific for the listening endpoint to establish the camera interface and send a GET request. Using the digest object, the app authorizes the camera system and passes along getData callback, which takes care of processing the received data. This part of code shows how data is parsed from a plain text format to JSON format. Based on the data received in this result, the web app can display a message on a screen like 50 people inside, please wait to enter, or 44 people inside, you may enter. Other safety messages can be displayed when there are no exit or entry events. So that's how crowd management works. Let's move on now to our second topic, voice-based touchless ordering. Voice ordering is another innovative solution that you can use for various functions, such as fast food restaurants and public transport ticketing. We all need to eat, right? For that reason, we thought drive-through menu board would be helpful to illustrate. With this method, customers can order their meals just using their voice without having to touch a screen. The web application running on the signage screen displays the menu items and explains the steps to order. The customer triggers the ordering process simply using a QR scan, auto detection, or any other method. Then the customer speaks into the USB microphone attached to the screen. Once the order is completed, another trigger is required to stop recording. After a few seconds, the order displays on the screen in simple text and customer confirms it. We accomplish this part of converting speech to text with the help of cloud-based speech recognition APIs. This way, the order gets placed successfully using only customer's voice. This chart illustrates each step in the ordering process, from the customer's arrival to the trigger to record the order to speech-to-text string being displayed on a screen. Now, let's take a look at the implementation steps. The speech recording is done by components of the native client module using audio input.h, FLAC encoder.h. The JSON object is created before making a call to cloud-based speech recognition APIs. In the JSON object, you can specify sample rate, encoding type, and language. Most importantly, the audio content must be in the base 64 text string type, which is accepted by speech recognition APIs for performing speech-to-text tasks. This conversion is also completed by the NACL module. To make request to a cloud API, a unique API key has to be created using the Cloud API portal for proper billing. Finally, the contents of a customer's order in the form of converted text is received and compared with valid strings inside the web app itself before it's compiled and shown as the text on a screen. After reading the text, the customer confirms the order and it is placed to the kitchen. A message is then displayed on the screen for the customer to move forward and wait in the designated area. That completes our second topic. Now, let's talk about voice announcement. Voice announcements are very common. We hear them often in many places like restaurants, banks, and hospitals. A queue management module can be easily implemented with web application and run on a Tizen screen. This method minimizes human interaction and speeds up the service. Chromium Web Engine in Samsung screens offers a built-in speech synthesis feature which converts text messages to voice messages. Once this module is triggered via a connected device such as a kitchen bell in restaurants or a call bell in banks and hospitals, the voice announcement is made by Signage. This feature doesn't need additional PC or speakers and works on Signage alone with the web application installed inside even without an internet connection. Now, let's discuss how to implement this feature. First, the web speech functionality must be enabled inside the web app's config file settings. Then, inside JS implementation, the API call for standard HTML5 API is made where multiple parameters about the voice message can be set in advance. To play dynamic messages like waiting ticket number or order number, a separate API call will be required. As you can see, several innovative solutions can be developed using Tizen APIs for business. With the help of these solutions, many businesses can reduce their operation cost significantly. And we are working closely with our partners to develop more interesting scenarios to make Samsung screens more useful for your homes, workplaces, and businesses. This concludes the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much for your time.